Man, we got Captain Tower in the building. Yeah, so Cap, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Who the streets, man. I'll break it down right quick, though.
Get it, one West in my brain, one in my heart, one West when I finish, one West when I start. Big shine, big glow, I be going to my bitch, no. I'm back by the window, but like Crisco. I need my pocket, it's all swollen like a lymph note, talking out. No. Mama, no sweat, not in regret like King Kong. Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm throughout pain that bring. Focused on things that bring karma. And make diamonds. Stay true, kept shit pure, my name honest. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect, pay homage. One West vetted, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West when I'm finished. One West vetted. One West pumping through my head, one West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me started. I'm a pocket. I remember your one West put me up in a starship. And this bitch spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. End up nigga, I die before I switch. Yup, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king. Stays and fam remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles. First with studs and spikes in any city. Design and charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had friends on my coattail. Poor Jimmy. Funny how get smoked like a chimney. Keep been thinking, been a real Smith at y'all know Jada Pinkett. Here's my grain of buck. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause the niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting accents like a Mino. Be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater. I embark every letter is UPK, not a party. I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West.
Isaiah 14 and 21. They did this. You said should have murdered. Should have
Absolutely.
Should have.
This is the ISUPK. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. This is the ISUPK Salaki. This is the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. This is the ISUPK Kentucky Monday night history class with scriptures and breakdown. I am priest, officer, Zabak Yasharala. Tonight I'm going to be talking about a little history of St. Patrick's Day that was celebrated, but not here in the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana. It was celebrated through, for one, oppressors, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and for our peoples. When I say our peoples, I mean our so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man, woman, child, for those that don't even have a clue that they're Israelites, that did celebrate this. And they don't even know the origin of it. They don't even know who's behind this. You know, and I feel like they just be doing things that is pleasing to them, and they don't want to feel like they're being left out, and you know, they just want to be accepted, which they not. But after doing a little bit of research, you know, this holiday, St. Patrick, was really after a man named St. Patrick, and which is a heathen custom. This man, he was I want to say it kind of started around about like in the 5th century, but he was captured. I want to say he was captured at that just about like 16, and he was took into slavery. So upon that, he escaped, made his way back to supposedly homeland that they call. He was from Ireland, and they more so like celebrated his birthday, and by doing so, you know, celebrating him. And he this just started from Ireland, and he brought with him, I want to say he brought with him Christianity. And let me see if I'm right. He said that he talked about the Trinity, what Christianity celebrates. I mean, what Christianity believes in, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. But they took this holiday and now it has spread it worldwide. I mean, it is all over, and it is roughly celebrated throughout, like America, like March 17th. And it's a day of, you know, they have feasting and they have drinks and it's partying. But they do they have a big celebration up north, like in New York. They have like parades, crazy. Talking bars upon bars be opening. And
If I could real quick, yeah, I know in Boston,
That too.
In Boston, Massachusetts, this day is like Christmas to you know what I'm saying to Irish people, because you know Boston is pretty much an Irish town.
Yeah,
that's where all the Irish so-called the Irish indentured servants, when they got Boston. That's why a lot of Irish people are in Boston. And I'm telling you, when that day comes, everybody and their mama wearing green, bar hopping, them Irish dudes out there fighting, no host bar, like this. It's crazy.
Man, yeah. I mean, it goes down. I had when I was living in New York, I had working with some Irish dudes, and during that time they take off. I mean, they take off for work. They drink. I mean, when I say drink, like they have a saying how they say they'll drink you under the table and they're gonna get up under the head and finish you. But this day right here is, it started with one dude. Like, you know, it ain't no different than here in America, where really worldwide, them celebrating Boy Jerry. Celebrating him, saying that 25th of December is his birthday. Celebrating him on a time calling Easter. That BS. But these man-made holidays is like disgusting, because people sell it, especially heathens. They hold on to their customs like it's no tomorrow. They hold on to their customs and will die for these customs. No matter what, no matter how it's going down, they gonna stand for these customs. They gonna stand for these man-made holidays. And they still be making some up as they go along. But our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, for all of those that are not in the ISUPK under Commander General, y'all partake in these customs. Y'all partake in these people holidays. Then y'all want to straddle the fence. Then you want to sit and you want to say you going into church, you worshiping the Most High, you doing this, you doing that. But even when, like it says in Acts 7:8, Most High said he don't dwell in temples made by man's hands. But none of this, what I just said, none of this be coming out in these churches. When you go to these churches, you going in a trap house. You going in a trap house, plus you going to a concert / fashion show. So you're not really getting the word of the Most High. That Bible is not coming out. You'll see these Bibles sitting in these little bookshelves that's made on these benches. But what is in the book is not being brought out in the church. So you is not getting what you're supposed to get. You getting what is, how can I say this? You getting what has been established for you, as far as like, you know, you going in your pockets, you you under a spell. And you know, it's like a demise that's been going on here in America, really abroad, across the earth. And you just being pacified with these BS holidays, and you say you up under that banner of Christianity. You just get to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. And All of this does not have nothing to do with the Most High. All of this does not have nothing to do with the Most High. Because here in the ISUPK and the Commander Junior Hunter, at the beginning of this month, I say around like March 6th, we started the Feast of Purim. And that was like about, I want to say about like 6-7 days. And now we coming up the end of this month, we're getting ready to go to the 54th annual Lord's Passover out in Raleigh, North Carolina. So, you know, we hold on to the things that is of the Most High. We do the things that the Most High tells us to do. We do not do the things that is according to this world, because when the Most High said in 1 John 2:15, he said, love not this world nor the things that is of this world. Because if any man love the things that is of this world, he's an enemy of the Most High God. So, you know, here in the ISUPK and the Commander Junior Hunter, we serve the Most High wholeheartedly. And when I say wholeheartedly, I'm talking about here, wholeheartedly. We serve the Most High. Plus, we work for the Most High. So, y'all look at us funny, we look at y'all funny, because y'all have certain spirits on y'all. Y'all have certain spirits on y'all that y'all can't fight. And these spirits just win y'all out day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. And I can honestly say, and I'm going to say this on behalf of me, I used to be one of them people. I was celebrating every holiday known to man. I was even trying to come up with my own. I was like, just to sit and celebrate, just to say I'm turning. But it was just something in me when I was seeing my brothers them on 125th and Malcolm X Boulevard. I was stopping. Every time, everywhere I seen them, in every borough, I would stop. I wouldn't care what I was doing. I'm missing a train, bus, whatever. I was taking time out to look. Because, you know, it says in Proverbs, a man's step is that, a man's going is that of the Lord. I'm paraphrasing, when a man going is that of the Lord, how can he then know his own way? And I would stop. I wouldn't care if it was Valentine's Day, the day before New Year's or whatever. Whenever I seen my brothers in the ISUPK and the Commander Junior Hunter, I was getting fed. I was getting fed for that moment. But now, our people are so far gone, we deband holidays till it don't even make no sense. It don't even make no sense. And it ain't got so now that you ask grown-ups that think they grown-ups, but I'm just say people of a certain age, if you ask them like, yo, what you doing? They'll be like, yo, I'm just having a little fun. I'm doing it for the kids and things of that nature. But what you're really doing, you're really looking silly. Especially to us that's in the ISUPK and the Commander Junior Hunter. Because now we on the inside looking back out. And we really can see y'all for who y'all are. We really can see these spirits on y'all. But y'all gonna have to wake up, especially Israelites, especially God's chosen people, for those of y'all that are not in the ISUPK and the Commander Junior Hunter. You're gonna have to wake up at some point in time. You're gonna have to come up out of that sleep Because if you keep doing what you do, you're going to stay getting what you get. But if you don't take it upon yourself to come up out of it, the Most High going to destroy you. He is going to destroy you. And, you know, like the Most High said, find me, you know, I'm paraphrasing, find me while I'm yet to be found. Call upon me. But no, we want to do New Year's. We want to do BS Christmas, Valentine's Day, this Easter, this Thanksgiving. Other people call it Thanksgiving. The 4th of July, Memorial Day. I celebrated them for so long I can't even remember more. But here in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, we do what the Most High do. We keep His high holy days. And we're going to continue to keep them until that sky crack. We ain't going to have it no other way. So for all of y'all better stop with y'all better. But I'm going to go ahead and dive off into this stuff. I'm going to dive off into some of this. And matter of fact, before I do that, you want to read some of that article? Read some of that article, and then I'm going to dive off into a little bit of this. Y'all got to make it up before it's too late. Before it's too late. Because I know y'all be thinking that, I ain't really doing nothing, just, have a little fun, this and that. But
This for the kids.
yeah, all that for the kids and all that. Come on, stop. Teach your kids how to tell you lies. Teach your kids how to lie. Y'all taking the innocent away from the child.
They just teaching the child how to be a good slave, like you a good slave.
Yeah. I'm talking about, whew, from the factory made to the homeborn. Y'all some super power slaves. And y'all love it. Y'all love it. Y'all love it. And it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense for y'all to be carrying on like that. Get out from up under. Get out from up under that bondage. Because here in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, it's free. You'll feel better, breathe better, start looking better. You ain't got to worry about people outside of the ISUPK. You ain't got to worry about people that's outside of the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, what they think. You don't care about that. We don't. As long as we serve and keep the Most High law, statutes, and commandments, we worry about what He say, what He think. As far as the people go, we don't. And we've been doing this since 1969. We haven't stopped, and we ain't gonna stop. We're gonna keep going.
You want to follow along with it? I got to leave them.
Come.
This is from the history, history down. The history of St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is celebrated annually on March 17th, the anniversary of his death in the 5th century. St. Patrick's Day 2023 will take place on a Friday, March 17th. The Irish have observed this day as a religious holiday for over 1,000 years. On St. Patrick's Day, which falls during the Christian season of Lent, Irish families would traditionally attend church in the morning and celebrate in the afternoon. let me elaborate on that a little bit. That's crazy as hell. Because you would go to church in the morning time, but then you celebrate later, which means you getting drunk and all drunk out behind.
Sloppy drunk.
And fight and molesting children, raping women, and all that. That's wow. You would go to church first, though.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Let's celebrate that afternoon. Lenten prohibits against the consumption of meat were waived, and people would dance, drink, and feast on the traditional meal of Irish bacon and cabbage. Saint Patrick, who lived during the 5th century, is a patron saint of Ireland and its national apostle. Born in Roman Britain, he was kidnapped and brought to Ireland as a slave at 16. He later escaped, but returned to Ireland and was credited with bringing Christianity to its people. In the centuries that follow Patrick's death, believed to have been on March 17, year 461, the mythology surrounding his life became ever more ingrained in the Irish culture. Perhaps most well-known legend of Saint Patrick is that he explained the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, using the 3 leaves of a native Irish clove and shamrock.
And to this day, in Christianity, they still believe that. They still believe that. Still believe that. And still hold on to that shit. Like, if you find one of them leaves, it'll bring you good luck.
4-leaf clover.
Yeah. Crazy. All in the name of Christianity.
More than 100 St. Patrick's Day parades are held across the United States. New York City and Boston are home to the largest celebration. That's what we was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
When first St. Patrick's Day celebrated? Since around the 9th or 10th century, people in Ireland have been observing the Roman Catholic feast day of St. Patrick on March 17th. And what's if I could real quick, what's crazy about this is they keep talking about observing the Roman Catholic feast day, but you can't find this feast day nowhere in the scriptures.
None. None.
So what about Christianity has anything to do with the scriptures?
You know, it's like, I'm going to say this. That ain't no different. In Christianity, how they tell you to come as you are. You know, you coming as you are, they're going to overlook the fact that what you're doing. So coming as you are, you just continue to keep doing what you do.
Right.
So you know, if the Roman Catholic, they're going to overlook the fact that, you know, we celebrating this man, and on top of that, we're going to celebrate birthday. And on top of that, we're going to drink, we're going to get drunk, we're going to have orgies. We anything goes. Anything goes. In the name of St. Patrick.
And that's one crazy. That's why Christianity was able to spread and be as dominant as it is, because you don't have to do nothing.
Nothing.
All you got to do is just say you're a Christian and supposedly
goes.
God loves you. And yeah, you can do anything you want.
You do anything you want.
You know what I'm saying? That's why Christian, you don't have nothing you have to follow, nothing you have to do, no requirements you have to meet.
Nothing.
anything.
Only thing you gotta do is just say that. Say you're a Christian and believe in your heart.
Believe in your heart that the Lord Jesus is your Savior and you're a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna molest your kids while they're at the church.
Yes.
We're gonna you know what I'm saying, sleep with your wife while she at the church.
And the choir director, if you bring your husband, he gonna take a look at him.
The choir do homosexual in every church. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. And I see with things like St. Patrick's Day and Christmas and all that garbage, I see why Christianity is the way it is.
Yeah.
Even though nobody says we don't do it, we just do this for the kids. We do this. This is fun. This is just a day together with the family. But shit, it's high holy days in the Bible that you can celebrate with your family.
That's right.
It's 365 days in a year.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but about 12 of them you should spend with your family.
Christianity has adopted every man-made holiday. Everyone.
It created them. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Since the 19th century, the first St. Patrick's Day parade took place not in Ireland but in America. Records show that a St. Patrick's Day parade was held March 17, 1601, in a Spanish colony in what is now St. Augustine, Florida. The parade and a St. Patrick's Day celebration a year earlier were organized by the Spanish colony Irish Victor Ricardo Artur.
Yeah, Artur.
You want to pick up right
there? Yeah. Shalom Christ. More than a century later, homesick Irish soldiers serving in the English military marched in New York City on March 17, 1772 to honor the Irish patron saint. Enthusiasm for the St. Patrick's Day parade in New York City, Boston, and other early American cities only grew from there. They say over the next 35 years, Irish patriotism among American immigrants flourished, prompting the rise of so-called Irish aid societies like the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick's and the Harrium Society. Each group will hold annual parades featuring bagpipes, which actually first became popular in the Scottish and British armies, and drums. In 1848, several New York Irish Aid societies decided to unite their parades to form one official New York City St. Patrick's Day parade. Today, that parade is the world's oldest civilian parade and the largest in the United States, with over 150,000 patriots. Each year, nearly 3 million people line the 1.5-mile parade route to watch the procession, which takes more than 5 hours. Boston, Chicago, Philadelphia, and Savannah also celebrate the day with parades involving between 10,000 and 20,000 patriots each. In 2020, the New York City parade was one of the first major city events to be canceled as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. It was again canceled in 2021. The parade in New York City and others around the country returned in 2022. So even with the COVID and all that, you know, they still got it going on with the parades and still holding down, still celebrating the St. Patrick's Day, still celebrating this guy that was once took it into slavery, 16, and he celebrated. It ain't no different than them celebrating Caesar Borgia, who is falsely called Christ. It ain't no different than them celebrating a pagan goddess named Easter. Them celebrating New Year's, but you going from one month to the next, but you still in the same winter season. It's sickening how the heathen then manipulated the masses, and everybody that's outside the ISUPK and Commander Junior Hunter just fell a victim. You want to be part of something so bad till you just going crazy for no reason. So I'm gonna jump off a little more into this. I'm gonna start doing some breakdowns. They say the celebrating of St. Patrick's Day is a heathen custom, in which you are really celebrating a so-called Irishman, which is no other than he's an Edomite. He's an Edomite, Irish, Italian. Well, the list goes on, but y'all are in that family of Edomites. And for my Israelite peoples, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man, woman, and child, that are in the ISUPK and the Commander Junior Hunter, you are celebrating a man. No, for the ones that are not in the ISUPK and the Commander Junior Hunter, Salaki. Let me get that correct. For my Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man, woman, and child, that are not in the ISUPK under Commander Junior Hunter, you are celebrating a man and his holidays instead of celebrating the high holy days of the Most High God. And by celebrating him on his birthday, the Most High said this. So I'm going to jump into some scriptures real quick. So when you go to Exodus 20, verse 3, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Because by you celebrating Caesar Borgia, you talking about December 25th is his birthday. You placing him as a god. St. Patrick, you placing him as a god. You celebrating his birthday. So, you kind of putting these people before the Most High. And the Most High said, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Even though the Most High only chose one nation unto himself to be a special people, but the Most High also said that every knee gonna bow unto him. I'm paraphrasing when I say that part. So every knee gonna bow and every tongue gonna confess that I am Lord. But I say this to God's chosen people, to the Israelites, to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, for y'all partaking in this, y'all putting another God before the Most High God. And the Most High is keeping a record of all of this. He's keeping a record of all of this. So I'm going to give you a little precept to back this up. Go to Isaiah 55:6. One thing about the Most High is not to be mocked. Isaiah 55:6. The Most High says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near." Because you know it's not too late. You know, call on him. Come out of that BS that you're going through. Don't just call on the Most High when you need him. I mean, even when you in the midst of celebrating these BS holidays, you need him. You need him. You need him. And you don't even know it. You need him. You need him to take you out of whatever it is that you're going through. You need him to take you out of that. For real. They say, but you can't celebrate this man and call yourself worshiping the Most High. You can't. You cannot celebrate St. Patrick's Day. You cannot celebrate Christmas. You can't celebrate New Year's. You can't. No. No. You can't. For you to do this, we'll go to Matthew 6:24. Matthew 6:24. And this is the words that the Most High gave to Christ. Because these right here are in red. So you know, this lets you know that Christ is speaking. But you know, also know that Christ got his words from the Most High to deliver to his people. They say no man can serve two masters. Can't. You cannot serve two masters. You can't be partaking in these holidays and these man-made holidays and then thinking that you're going to church and this and that and the third and thinking that you all right and okay, I'm in the church. I'm kind of all right. Nah, you're not. Because even when you do go in church, once you leave the church, you go right back to your foolishness. Just like it say, as a dog return back to his vomit, so a fool will return back to his foolishness. Because soon as another holiday come up, guess where you at? Guess what you're doing? You were taking it. You right back at it. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. You can't. And a lot of people think that they really got a hold on it because, you know, they think they know what they're doing. But you don't. You don't. Because, you know, like I tell people, like, and I used to ask people this before I even came into this truth, before I got into the ISUPK and the Commander General. I used to ask people this. Why do you even go to church? Why do you go to church? Because you still do what you want to do. You still do what you want to do. So it don't make no sense for you to go to church because the church is not doing nothing for you. The church is not doing nothing for you. Not nothing. It don't make no sense. You not keep celebrating these man-made holidays. You can't. You can't. But a lot of our people think that they got, think that they got a hold on it, think that they can do this. You cannot sell it. Let me go back and get this right. You cannot keep celebrating these man-made holidays thinking that you're going to get something out of it. Or you just keep up with, by you doing that, you just saying to yourself like, yo, I'm staying in the now. Or I'm doing it for the kids. When you're just making your kids a slave just like you. But not only just celebrating St. Patrick's Day, and I mean all these man-made holidays. All these holidays have destroyed us as a people. But not all of us, especially for us that are in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter. Because for our people that are in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, yeah, we partook in these holidays. We don't come into the ISUPK and forget like where we came from. No. We knew that where we came from and the things we have done. But we don't put away that old man. We don't put away that old woman. And we took on a new man. We took on a new woman. We don't do the things that we used to do. We don't. Here in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, it's a better way of life because now you living according to the law, statutes, and commandments. You don't come into the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter thinking that you're going to do, no. You're going to go by what's in this Bible. You're going to go and you're going to do the things that the Most High say to do. This ain't Christianity over here. This ain't Christianity over here. No. This is the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter. This is one West, one body. And, like I said, the ISUPK Commander General Hunter came out of this when the Most High said this. And this right here is heavy. Because when the Most High said this right here was like, it was more so like uplifting. It was more so like uplifting. And a lot of people, when they have got this, yes. Let me get it right. Hold on. Bear with me, Israel. Bear with me, Israel. I got you, Israel. I got you. Get back on track. Get back on track. All right. Amos 5. Amos chapter 5, verse 4. It says, "But thus saith the Most High unto the house of Israel." Notice what this is saying. This is not talking to everybody. This is talking to Israel. This is talking to the 12 tribes. This is talking to God's chosen people. It says, "Seek me, and ye shall live." Seek the Most High, and you shall live. You shall live. You shall live according to the law, statutes, and commandments. Because before I came into the ISUPK, I thought I was living. Before I came into the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, I thought that I was living. And I wasn't living. I was just existing. But now, yes, I'm living. I'm living. Because I have seeked out the Most High. I do live according to the law, statutes, and commandments. Yes, I do. And I can say that wholeheartedly, honestly. So I'm going to go to Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. I'm going to take it all the way to 29. It says, "Wisdom crieth out. She uttereth her voice in the streets." Yes, wisdom is crying out because you have prophets of the Most High God in the streets that is telling of his words. That is telling of his words. And these prophets and these priests are in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter. "She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates, in the city. She uttered her words, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity, and the scorners delight their scorning, and fools hate knowledge?" You know, y'all love simple things, like celebrating holidays, like going to church with your nice dresses on, with your suits on. You know, you get up there, you get your little shout on, see who can get to pay to give up the most money. You know, it ain't no stipulations. You don't really have no guidelines. Remember, Christianity falls under this. Come as you are. Come as you are. And that's them. Verse 23, "Turn you at my reproof," meaning turn at the Most High instructions. "Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you." Me coming into the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, yes, the Most High has poured his spirit on me. That's why I'm sitting here now, able to do what I'm doing. Because of the Most High. Not me. Not me. Let me clarify this. The Most High God has poured his spirit on me. That's why I'm able to come from his words, with his words, to tell you of his words. Verse 24, "Because I have called and ye refuse." At one point in time, I have refused. And I was running from the Most High. But the Most High put me in a predicament to where I ain't had no other choice but to call on him. And I made a vow. Because when I say I was in a predicament, I made a vow. And I asked the Most High God, I said, if you get me up out of this, I said, I will serve you all the days of my life. And I'm going to hold on to that vow. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. You still got some brothers that's out there in the streets. And the Most High have done sent people to come to him and tell him of this word, to tell him of this, to let him know that, listen, the Most High just waiting on you. Come on. Come on. But you want to do simplicity. Verse 25, but ye have set at naught all my counsel. The Most High have formed the ISUPK since 1969. And now the ISUPK is still going on. And it is now under Commander General Yohana. So a person can't say that they haven't heard of the ISUPK. Because not only when it was started in Harlem, now it is worldwide. It is worldwide. It is worldwide. So you can't say that you is not, that you can't receive the Most High counsel. And with none of my reproof. So yes, you still having brothers and sisters that still don't want to receive the Most High instructions. Still, you want to do what you want to do. But it's going to come a day and the Most High going to put you in a box. And you ain't going to have no other choice. Verse 26, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Because when that day do come, then and only then, you really going to want to call on the Most High. But the Most High, he said he going to laugh at your calamity. He going to mock when your fear cometh. Because the Most High said that he had reached out his hands to you. The Most High said that he have called on you. Verse 27, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. Verse 28, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. And I don't even want to know what that feels like. Not to have the Most High answer. But the Most High said that he don't even answer the prayers of sinners. So the Most High is like telling you now to call on me while I'm near. Because when that day comes, you're just going to be crying, pleading, and begging for nothing. For nothing. Verse 28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. Then shall they seek me early, but they shall not find me. And that's a terrible thing to have. For you to call on the Most High, he don't answer you. For you trying to seek him, and you ain't even going to be able to find him. Verse 29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Most High. Because by you partaking in these man-made holidays, you don't fear the Most High. You think by you going to church on Sunday You think that's just enough? You think about your name being on a piece of paper that you done paid more than 4 or 5 people that's up under you? You think that's enough? You think that the Most High just gonna like acknowledge that? You think about you paying a tithe that, yo, I done made it? Because like I say, when you leave the church, guess what you do? You go back to doing what you've been doing. You only just took time out. You only just took a time out just because you was sitting in a building. But the minute that you get out from the church and from around the people that are sitting around you that's in this building, you going back to doing what you're doing. You cutting the corners, you looking over your shoulder, you thinking like, yo, watch, man, I gotta do this. You going back to doing it. You going back to doing it. Plus, you don't even have fear of the Most High. You don't. They say, but as far as these man-made holidays goes, the priests and the prophets of the Most High God, we will continue to do this. At our peoples, the so-called blacks, and we're going to keep coming out with this word. We're going to keep coming at y'all. We're going to keep telling y'all. At our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian, man, woman, and child, we're going to keep coming at y'all. But it's a reason for that. It's a reason why we keep doing what we do. Because the Most High gave us instructions to do this. So when you look at Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1, the Most High said, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people. Notice this ain't say everybody. This is like a possessive. He says, show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. Once again, this is not talking to everybody. Let me break this down. This is talking to the Israelites. This is talking to God's chosen people. This is talking to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Man, woman, and child. This is who this is talking to. So for everybody, this ain't for you. This is not for you. And I don't hate to be the bearer of bad news. Set you free. This book wasn't written to everybody. This book was written to God's chosen people. 12 tribes of Israel. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. So when you look at Micah, verse 3 and 8, and they say, but truly, I am full of power by the Spirit of the Lord, and of judgment, and of might, to declare to Jacob his transgression, and to Israel his sins. So what we are saying here in the ISUPK and the Commander Junior Hunter, y'all got to stop with all of that celebrating crazy man-made holidays. Because them is not your holidays. Get into the Bible. Start getting into these classes so you can learn about these high holy days. Because come April 1st, 2023, out in Raleigh, North Carolina, we got the 54th annual Lord's Passover. It's going down. It's going down. It is going down. And any man, so-called black, man, woman, and child, Hispanic, Native American Indian, if you can make it, by all means, make it. Make it. You will love it. You will love it. It'll be an experience like no other. And you won't ever forget this. You won't ever forget this. But we as a people, we do not take the Most High at His word at all. We don't. We don't take the Most High at His words. We don't. I don't know what it is. But we don't. For the Most High said it best when He said this. And, when you look at Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31, He said, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. You don't want to be like the oppressor. You don't. So you don't have to envy him. You don't have to be like him. And you don't have to choose none of his ways. The Most High said it best. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. None of his ways. None of his ways. So all his man-made holidays, yo, you ain't got to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. And I just read you something that the Most High said. Not me. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. The Most High God said that. The Most High God said that. He said it best. I'm just like a whisper. I'm just repeating it. I'm just repeating it. You know, like how you got that little brother or that big brother tell you what daddy said? That's all I'm doing. I'm just telling you something that daddy said. Daddy said, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. None of them. So I'm gonna back that up, give you a precept to Proverbs 3:31 with Proverbs 24:1. It said, be not thou envious against evil men. So, our oppressor, they wicked evil. Job 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So when you're looking at Proverbs 24:1, they say, be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. So if you don't have that desire to be with them, guess what? You're not going to do the things that they do. You're not going to partake in the things that they do. You're not going to choose none of their ways because you don't want to be around evil men. You don't. And if you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, and you are not in the ISUPK under Commander General Hunter, get in. There's a school near you. Get in so you can stop choosing our oppressive ways. You can stop. You can stop. It's not hard. And with that being said, it's the end of my class. I want to give a salute to the brothers. Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakathon. To the sisters, Yahweh Shemar, Elatham, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. And with that being said, class dismissed.